The following portion of Good Day PA is sponsored by Miller's Mutual. Sadly, Pennsylvania leads the nation in a tragic statistic. Over the past 5 years, more people have died in home fires in our state than in any other, including more populated states like Texas, California, and New York. So far this year, Pennsylvania has had nearly 100 people lose their lives in home fires. This week is Fire Prevention Week, and today Sherrod Miller of Miller's Mutual Insurance, Sherrod Parker of Miller's Mutual Insurance, and Laura Burke of the American Red Cross Central Pennsylvania chapter are with me. Let's just get to the bottom line, Laura. What do families need to know?
First and foremost, home fires strike quickly, and you have just as little as 2 minutes to escape in the event of a home fire. So we want to make sure that people are doing two things. One is have working smoke alarms, and two is practicing those fire escape plans. Having a working smoke alarm can reduce your risk of death by home fire by 50%.
Wow.
So you want to make sure that you're installing those on every single level of your home, including inside bedrooms and sleeping areas and outside of sleeping areas.
Let's talk more about these, though, because so often you hear about smoke detectors not working in somebody's home, or like the battery was dead. So talk about how we need to change that, and like, do these expire themselves?
Thanks, great question. So with the smoke alarms, you want to also make sure while you're installing them, you also want to make sure you're testing them. So by pressing this button here, you want to make sure you're testing them monthly. Set a reminder on your phone. Do whatever you need to do, set a reminder on your calendar, test them monthly. But you also want to look at your model specifically, because you might need to change batteries in your smoke alarm, and you want to make sure you're doing that annually. Okay. These guys have a shelf life. So 10 years, there's a sensor that becomes less sensitive over time. So after 10 years, you really want to make sure you're replacing them. You want to check the manufacturer's date on them to make sure you know when they were installed and when you need to replace them. If you don't have a working smoke alarm or unable to install a working smoke alarm, you want to call the Red Cross. Call the local Red Cross. We'll install one for free.
So of course, this goes off in your home, right? That alerts you. Then what you need to do, though, is get out. And so how important is that escape plan?
The escape plan is incredibly important. That's the second piece of what you need to do if you have a home fire. Make sure practicing that escape plan. You want to make sure that you have 2 exits from every room in your home. So every room in your home, you should have 2 ways out. You also want to make sure that as a household, you want to establish a meeting point that's far away from your home or dwelling to make sure you have a meeting spot. And you also just want to make sure that you're practicing that. So maybe while you're testing your smoke alarm monthly, make sure you run through that fire drill as well.
Of course. Let's talk with you now, Sherrod. How important is it to plan for what you don't think you have to plan for, right? The unthinkable, you know, we have to plan for that to possibly happen.
Yeah, definitely. At Miller's Mutual Insurance, we insure a lot of property owners and landlords, but unfortunately throughout the year, we do see a lot of resident-related fire claims, things related to smoking, cooking, accidents with candles. So yeah, we think the most important thing, if the unthinkable would happen, is to be properly insured. The landlords need to make sure they have adequate coverage to rebuild in the event of a fire, while the residents need to have a renter's policy in place that'll help them replace their personal items if they're damaged in a fire.
For sure, because if you lose everything, I mean, you really lose everything, right? And starting over. Is there a good resource for how to build that escape plan?
There is. Go to redcross.org. We have a whole suite of preparedness information, including how to escape your home safely, some tips and tricks. And then also, if you call the Red Cross to have them install a free smoke alarm, we'll actually provide a whiteboard to you where you can actually draw out your house and all the rooms and have those escape plans pre-drawn. It's a magnet that can stick right on your fridge.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yep.
Good information. Thank you to both of you, and thanks for being with us this week. We're going to talk more about this all week long. To learn more about how you can prepare and keep your family safe during a fire, visit millersinsurance.com/fire prevention. The previous portion of Good Day PA was sponsored by Miller's Mutual. There's more to come on Good Day PA. Stay with us. We'll be right back.